What is going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day today. Today I wanted to show you guys how you can do a day to night time lapse, because you can't just shoot this on your normal manual camera settings. You actually need to do a little adjustment in your camera in order to be able to get that smooth transition from day to night. So what you want to do is you want to put your camera in aperture mode. So aperture mode is the little A, well, it's the A on my Sony A7. So what this will do is it'll lock in your aperture and your ISO. The only thing that will be changing is your shutter speed. Your shutter speed will change based on the exposure of the image. On the Sony cameras, you can also set your exposure dial. You want to go into your camera's settings and find the interval shooting function. On the Sony cameras, it's the first tab, page 4. And then you have a bunch of options where you can adjust your shooting time, your shooting interval. I usually leave the interval around about 3 seconds. And then I leave the autofocus sensitivity on high. You can pick how many shots you would like to take, and it'll show you how long it's going to take to make that time lapse. So I usually leave it on about 1,000 shots. I know that's a long time. I'm never really there for 1,000 shots. Usually I'll try to take at least 300 so it can make for a quick time lapse. So pretty much when your camera's in aperture mode, you've set up your interval function, you just hit the shutter button and the time lapse will begin. What I usually do is when I'm shooting these day to night time lapses, I go around sunset and then I'll just leave it on until it becomes dark. The transition really looks smooth. Once you're finished shooting your images, you import them into Lightroom, and then once you've imported the images into Lightroom, you want to color grade them, edit them. Basically what I do is I try to pick a photo that's in the middle, so not fully dark and not fully exposed, and then I'll edit it and then I'll sync the edit across all the images, and then you hit export. Mind you, this might take a while to export depending on the number of photos that you've taken. Just create another folder, export all your images to that folder, and then open up Adobe Premiere Pro. You want to import, and then you want to click on an image, and then you hit image sequence and import that. That will import all the images in the correct sequence, and then when you drag it onto your timeline, you'll see that the time lapse has been made. Just play it through and see how it's looking. In this case, it wasn't stable. The tripod had obviously moved in the wind or something, so I added warp stabilizer. I speeded up the time lapse a little bit, and yeah. You can also color grade it a little bit more in Premiere Pro if you wish, but try do all the color grading in Lightroom because it is a raw image, so you have a bit more room to play around with the photos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you shoot a day to night time lapse. I love shooting day to night time lapses. I think they look awesome. It's good B-roll as well if you are making videos. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe consider liking and subscribing. It'll really help me out. And with that all said and done, I will see you in the next one.